and welcome to another episode of Marvel Mad and Project Assemble with Nate from Thwip Media. I'm your host, as always, doing the Cup to Coffee, along with co-host Nate. How you doing, my friend?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, not my friend. A bit of a hectic day in that lot, and weather's been all over the shop, and we had bleeding hail
Oh
and
wow.
bleeding wind, and yeah, it's been a bleeding nightmare. And I've been blown pillar to post biking back and forth from work, so yeah, it's not been brilliant, that sort of thing. But I'd like to say as well, it's the first time we're announcing it now. I noticed this morning, Marvel Mad is now on 1,000 subscribers, so I cannot thank everybody enough in that lot. It'll either be next week or the week after. We will have a special thank you episode up on the channel. But yeah, I just want to say thank you very much. Say special thanks to Nate as well for joining us on the journey and helping us on with everything else. So yeah, thank you very much, my friend, to helping along this
Yeah,
amazing
no
journey.
problem. It's a big feeling when you reach that because I reached it like a week ago myself. So it's like you get that kind of rush, but yeah, it's well deserved. So yeah, looking forward to see what you guys do.
Brilliant, thank you very much. But yes, well, we've come here for non-friendly combatants now. Not it is head to head. It is our Civil War teams, and to see what sort of teams we have, why we've picked them, and in the end, see who we think is going to win that lot. I say, join us in the comment section to say what you think, who would win, and what sort of heroes you'd pick, and everything like that. But first, as always, let's jump over to Nate for the icebreaker question.
All right. Just before I hop into that, though, I just want to let everyone know I am a bit sick. So if I am sniffing or something and you hear that, I apologize. I'll do my best to manage that. But yeah, so the icebreaker I have is, I don't know if it could spiral into a bigger conversation, but Civil War, book or movie?
Book all day long.
Really?
Straight no, yeah. I absolutely adore the film. The film and that lot. I could watch that all day long. I think it's one of the best trilogies with Captain America out there. But book for me all day long. More characters, more just action, more just craziness going off. Yeah, book all day long for me in that lot sort of thing. And it's the consequences at the end of that book as well that can just lead on to God knows what else sort of thing because of how impactful it was. But yeah, book for me. No, easy question that.
All right, I wasn't expecting that, but for me, I'd say the movie, only because
Oh, okay.
I saw the movie before I read the book. So I
Okay.
I had this idea, like I obviously knew watching the movie for the first time that there was the book and like not everyone was included in the movie. But I have a feeling if I read the book and then watched the movie, I might have been a bit disappointed because of how many people are in the book
Okay.
and all the things that happen in that compared to what happens in the movie. It's very different. Um, but yeah, I love the movie. I think it's one of the best in the MCU. The way they balance everything out and build it up to that moment at the airport is really well done. Um, like it always would have been nice to see like a comic accurate adaptation of it. Hopefully we get that at some point down the road. But for me, I'd have to say the movie just based on I saw it before I read the book, so that's why I'm gonna have to say
Yeah.
that.
No, that's fair enough. That sort of thing. And I'm surprised you say you think you'd be disappointed because I got to admit, even though I knew there wasn't as many characters and stuff like that from the book to the film, I still quite enjoyed it. I wasn't really disappointed. I was, what's the word? I was a bit gutted that there wasn't as many people and
Yeah.
the teams wasn't bigger sort of thing. But I wasn't really disappointed. Like, we're reading the book first to the film, but it does surprise me you say disappointed. I've got to admit.
I'm just a huge fan of comic accuracy, so I think if I was to go into that reading the book and it's like only like I don't know 10 people out of the hundreds that are in that book, I would have been like, what the heck is this? Like they I
Bless
know
you.
from watching the trailers that it obviously has only a few people in it. It's not everyone, but um yeah. I love both of them. It's just the movie for me stands on top.
Yeah, that's true. And say if they did do something a bit further down the line as well, you have got the second Marvel
Yeah,
Civil War sort of thing where it's Captain Marvel versus Iron Man. I think is
yeah,
their teams that sort of thing. It's not as strong as the first Civil War in my personal opinion, that lot, but it's still not bad. That lot sort of thing. It's still readable if you
yeah.
get
I
me.
haven't read it, but I've heard like it's nowhere near as
No,
good or impactful as the first one. So,
no.
um, yeah, maybe I'll read it at some point, but it's not like high on my list or anything. I'm on a like whole
Right.
X-Men read now because of X-Men
Oh
'97. So,
yeah. Oh yeah. I can't blame you on there. To be honest, that lot. I've got to admit, I've way off topic a little bit. Me sister's got the Ultimate Alliance, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on the Switch. It's not
okay.
on any of the console, which I was gutted about. But I have gone back on that sort of thing. You can have a load of different characters. Like it's got a few of the X-Men and stuff like that on this, which is brilliant. If you ever want to go for a game, which I was gutted they never brought back out, it's Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. Such a good games. I like. You can play as heroes, and I think the second one you play as heroes and villains. It's got loads of people like Fantastic Four lot, X-Men lot. Such a good game. I'd love for them to bring it back out, but I've never seen anywhere else since PS2. So yeah,
And
that's a whole different tangent.
is that the one where Doctor Doom is like the main villain in the second one?
I think so. Yes,
Because I've
I
seen
can
like
remember.
the cut scenes of him, like everyone's basically dead around him. He like
Yeah,
defeats a bunch of them, but he looks
yeah.
awesome in that. So
And honestly, them games back on the PS1 and PS2 are just so good. Yeah. Anyway, that's that's another massive tangent to that now. But yeah, I'll hand it over to you, my friend, to get the ball rolling.
all right, so we're kind of doing this like we've done a draft in the past. We've done like the MCU movies, like our top 10 non-Marvel or non-MCU movies. So yeah, I'm gonna share my screen with you. Let's see if this works. That and this. Okay, should be up now.
So, look,
All right, all good.
there we go. Oh,
Okay, so this is the selection of characters we have. I've kind of like split us up into our own sections. I counted there's around 66 characters. So we're gonna like fly through this so it doesn't take up too much time. But we're gonna like draft our person. We're gonna like share our thoughts on why we chose them, and then once we've got to the very end, we're gonna have a discussion on who we think would win. And if anyone's watching, feel free to let us know what your thoughts are on our picks, who you would have chosen first, who you would have chosen last, all that, and then who you think would win. So I have a random number generator, so we get to see who goes first that way. So between 1 and 2, what number do you want?
I like even
Two?
numbers, so I'll
Okay.
go 2.
So let's go with this. So it's 1. Okay, so
Oh,
that means I get first pick, and then we'll go to you, me. Um, okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna have to reassess who I think I would take first, because I was going over this again, and there's a few that might surprise you, as I think might
all right,
be,
okay.
more powerful than others.
Okay.
Okay, just because I don't know if you have this person, I'm gonna take Professor X.
Oh, no, that's not on my
Okay,
list.
so I'm obviously taking him because he's one of the most powerful mutants ever. Obviously, he would be a huge advantage on my team. He could basically do any. He can freeze everyone and just like end the battle there. Yeah, and he's just a really smart guy. He's got a lot of connections. Maybe he can pull in the entire Shi'ar Empire in this Civil War.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm gonna have to go with Professor X.
Okay, that's right. Well, I have, as we were saying off air, I've got some pre-made notes for my team that lot because I was thinking about this very, very carefully, and I've got to go myself. I've got to go to character for myself now. It's got to be Captain America. Captain America, first off the bat, it's just his leadership to, like, if there's something going wrong, he'll be able to like get the troops together and encourage them that they know we can do this sort of thing. Also, obviously, strength is really good in that lot. He's not unparalleled, but it can definitely hold his own sort of thing. We know he's worthy enough to hold Mjolnir in that lot, so he'll be able to gather that sort of strength. But yeah, it's just strength and leadership for Captain America in that lot. I think even if he was in the right or wrong, he'd be able to rally around people and stuff like that and get them on the same path to go in the same direction.
Definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't say Professor X would be my leader necessarily, but he's definitely one that you'd want to have. And Captain America too is obviously like he's the head of his own team in the comic and movie, and he shows why he's such a good leader in that too. Like he's a natural leader. For my next pick, I'm gonna have to go with Wolverine.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Now hang on, you can even it out in some way. So I'm taking Wolverine obviously because like he's unkillable. Killing machine. I didn't think of the stakes of this. Like if it's like all out, you're allowed to kill people on the other team. If so, Wolverine would annihilate so many of these people. But yeah, like Wolverine's awesome. Like why wouldn't you want to have him on your team? And yeah, killing machine, awesome. Makes sense.
Yeah, no, I can give you that. That was there's one of my picks gone. I need my pen. Right. So who I had instead of Wolverine was Deadpool. Yeah. Now, again, he's very similar to Wolverine. Hardly can be killed in that lot sort of thing. He's just constantly. He won't take the goody two shoes sort of route. He will literally just, if somebody needs killing, he'll just kill them, no questions asked. Just go in all guns blazing. He'll probably be annoying as hell in the end, but you can't deny his fighting style and that lot. And he can use that craziness to just annihilate loads of people and that sort of thing. And they're probably get more annoyed from him by the time he's trying to kill him in the end anyway. But yeah, my other pick, if I didn't get Wolverine, was Deadpool.
Yeah, and that just makes sense. Like, I'm glad the two of them were on this, because if you had taken Wolverine, then you would have easily had an edge on me, and I don't know if I would have been able to, come back from that.
That's fair enough.
For my third pick, I'm trying to look for a leader figure now. I'm going to take Cyclops.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And I'm going to put him at the front because he's my leader. So, obviously, if you're watching X-Men 97 now, Cyclops is shown in a completely different way in the series. He's a really good leader. He does have that kind of, like, he can snap very easily, so that might set my team back. And this is kind of weird now that I think of it. Captain America and Cyclops are the two leaders of, Avengers and X-Men. So it's like an Avengers versus X-Men lineup that we've got going on here. Yeah, Cyclops is like the natural leader for the X-Men. I think he's an awesome leader. He's really powerful too. I'm not sure if he's classified as an Omega level mutant, but he's really powerful. He has a lot of, different fighting styles. He can use his beams in basically any way he wants. And yeah, just an awesome character.
I'll be very surprised if he's not classed as an Omega level sort of mutant, because he is very, very strong in that line.
Yeah.
And some of the things he can do is like, who your boy sort of thing. Surely the Phoenix Force wouldn't have picked him if he wasn't, surely, I'd have thought. But yeah, that's a good pick there, to be honest. A very nice, very good, strong leader as well. And say, in X-Men 97 as well, he's come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Right, my third pick. Now, Right, I'm thinking now more infiltration, that lot. So I'm praying they're on it here. I scan it.
It's in alphabetical order too, so if that helps you.
All right. So B. Yes, there he is. Winter Soldier. Now, my feeling with the Winter Soldier is he went undetectable for years because he could infiltrate places and stuff like that sort of thing. So if I needed somebody to infiltrate something or disguise himself and stuff like that sort of thing, I know he's got a big bleeding metal arm, which don't help, but he can. He's very good infiltrating. He's very good at disguising himself and hiding. So I was thinking he could get into places that I need to get into, gather information from people that need to, and then make a silent getaway sort of thing. And if he did get into any trouble or any fights that lot, he's got that strength to know if people need killing, he can just take them out sort of thing. But if not, he can do the right thing and just fight them off and look after himself sort of thing. So yeah, my third pick is Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's a nice pick. I see another character like that I might go with later. I'm hoping you don't take him before I do. But yeah, really nice pick. My next one, I'm going to have to go with the Invisible Woman.
Ooh, okay.
So she's probably the most powerful member of the Fantastic Four, like energy, blasts, fields. Obviously, she goes invisible too, so I guess she can kind of be like an infiltrator in some way because she can, hide in places. But really, really powerful. I think she's just like an ideal person you want on your team. I don't know if you've read Devil's Reign yet.
I'm probably about halfway through it.
Okay.
I'm dibbing and dobbing. I'm not able to properly read it all the way through because kids and work,
Life,
everything is going on. Yeah.
She plays.
But I'm really enjoying it. I got to admit, I really am enjoying it.
Nice. So she plays a big role in that. And I think if she played a similar role in, like Civil War in my team, I think that would work really well with who I'm hoping to have on my team as well. So like the kind of dynamic between all of them would work really well. So yeah, I think she's just like a really powerful character.
Yeah, I can't believe you there again. Another strong character a lot. It's not one on my list, but it's a nice picking out that I got to admit. For my fourth one, right, I'm thinking more strength, but also what's the word? Gets you out of trouble from other places now. I'm going Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
Now he's very grounded sort of superhero in that lot. He can take out if there's like any minions or anything like that. He can take them out and anything like that. But also I'm using his lawyer sort of background as well. Then if like in the comics Captain America gets put away and charged that lot, I'd be using Daredevil's lawyer techniques to get him out sort of thing and like try and prove his innocence and stuff like that sort of thing. So I'm thinking like it's not always brawn that can win a fight, it's your smarts as well sort of thing. So Daredevil was my fourth pick there.
Yeah, he'd be useful if Crossbones didn't exist in this.
Yeah.
Because obviously in the comic Crossbones gets to Captain America. But yeah, nice pick. I don't know if I would have picked him this early on. Obviously, okay. I would have wanted him on my team, but I don't know if I would have picked him this early. But yeah, that's a nice pick there. For brute force on my team, I might need to go with Colossus.
Ooh, okay.
Obviously completely made of metal. Not much can, penetrate his body or damage him that easily. Really powerful X-Men character. Yeah, just I think him and Wolverine together too, like the fastball special when Colossus throws Wolverine into battle and Wolverine's got his claws out. That's like something that's really cool. And yeah, you could do a lot of damage between just the two of them alone on this team.
Oh yeah, massively. And I like it. That's a nice little combo sort of strike force there, sort of thing. So that's a nice pick, and I like very. It's like if you had him as a brick wall in front of you, that lot, not much would be getting past, sort of thing. But for my fifth pick, I'd hope this character to be able to get past him a lot. I did have an either or for this one. I've got an either or for all of them, but I did have an either or for this one. I don't see my either character, so I'm going for my original one now, and that is Thor.
Okay, interesting.
Just again for sheer brute and force and that lot, it can wield that Mjolnir to absolutely destroy some people and that sort of thing. He's got his flight, so if he needs to make a quick getaway, he can grab some of the others that can't fly and just shoot on out there, sort of thing.
Sure.
Obviously, you can use the weather just to either put some cover fire down or just literally just wreak havoc, that sort of thing. Just send some lightning bolts down to mess the surrounding areas up and that lot. And I'd say Thor will be able to put up a decent fight against Colossus and that lot. So yeah, that's my pick there. I did, because I can't see him on this, I did have Beta Ray Bill in case you pinched Thor. So
yeah, Thor's another one that I don't know if I would have picked right away, but it makes sense because he is really powerful. Obviously, he's a god. And yeah, I think him and Colossus would be a really cool fight, actually. Now, to counter Thor, I think it only makes sense to go with Storm. An Omega level mutant Storm. I think I think she might be more powerful than Thor.
Yeah, it's touch and go because it's very like they're pretty evenly, well, not evenly matched, but they're bleeding.
So
good
Thor's got
each
just lightning, but Storm has all of the elements, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, super powerful character. I'm hoping if they bring her into the movies, like in the future, she gets a much better kind of portrayal. Like X-Men 97, they're portraying her as a badass in that. In the first 2 episodes at least. But yeah, I think she's like someone that you'd want to have on your team. Really powerful, really awesome character.
Yeah, no, I can't fault you there now. Like again, she was on my list, so there's another one gone. But yeah, no, very good character. And yeah, I was thinking similar sort of thing. She's with her having all the elements now. Like I was thinking, like she could literally just cover everything down, and again, quick getaways and stuff like that sort of thing. It's a really good character. Like. Right, my or for Thor, well not for Thor, sorry, my either for Storm was I'm using again more intelligence, and if things need to be made or countered and stuff like that sort of thing, so I'm going Beast.
Okay.
Now I'm using his know-how to, like, if there's any like traps he can make or any like
nice
diversions, or just like he's using his brain to really help the team have that edge sort of thing, to know like if they get into any trouble we can go to him, he can sort it out. If anybody's hurt, you can use his like intelligence med bays and stuff like that to fix them all up and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm more intelligence there for Beast.
Yeah, like really great idea to have him be your kind of like strategist of the team, kind of like he's got the technical kind of know-it-all, and maybe he's one that if like your team is like down, he kind of motivates them in some way. Beast always has that kind of, part of his character. He's got like all the wisdom and all that. So yeah, really great pick. For me, though, to kind of counter Beast, I think I
love how it's got to this point now. We like counted each other. I love that.
I don't know if he'd really have the smarts the same way as Beast, but he can definitely make some pretty powerful things, and that's Rocket.
Oh, that's proper left field. That is. I never thought of that.
So Rocket, obviously, another killing machine. He's like, he looks innocent, but you don't want to mess with him. So I think having him be the kind of like he builds all these weapons and all these different things for the team to counter Beast, the role that he's playing in your team, I think that would work really well. And Rocket has access to like alien technology too, so that can help him when Beast is just Earthbound. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Rocket there.
It's a nice pick, to be honest. I never really thought of Rocket, to be honest, because he could do all sorts. He can just make something out of anything, sort of thing. So that's a really nice thing. That is. I never really thought of him. Right. Now, do I go that one or that one? Right, I'm going to go for like another sort of a killing machine, but similar sort of lines as Deadpool myself. So I'm going to go the Punisher.
Oh, that's the one I was hoping.
Now, just to Punisher, like again, he's another one. He's not got the superpowers or anything like that, really. But if you want an arsenal just to obliterate somebody, or again, it's similar person to like not really set traps, but he's got the explosives and the know-how to set a decent enough trap and to booby trap places and corner people and that lot. I'd have Punisher all day long because he literally he's just a badass and he will just take no prisoners for anybody. If somebody needs putting down, he's going to put them down that lot. And again, he's another one. He's not going to go, yeah, don't worry, I'll be all nice and cozy in that lot. He'll just take matters into his own hands and he will just literally destroy people in that lot.
Yeah.
So, Punisher, the down and dirty sort of side of my team.
Yeah, that's a really good pick because when you said Winter Soldier and, kind of assassin type character, I was thinking Punisher would counter him, but now I'm going to have to choose someone else to counter both of them. Now, because Punisher has that huge arsenal of weapons, guns, explosives, all that, he'd be a huge problem for most of the people on my team. Invisible Woman, Colossus could maybe block some of all that. But I'll need someone else to kind of, counter all the bullets he's flying at my team. And someone that can help with that is Luke Cage.
Oh, okay. Again, somebody else I'd never really thought of, to be honest. That's nice.
Obviously, Luke Cage is bulletproof. He's also just really strong, like one of the strongest Avengers. So I think having him on my team he's good for, blocking the Punisher and Winter Soldier, maybe even Deadpool's guns. Yeah. But he's also just a really strong figure too. I think him and Colossus together would be really powerful too. The two of them just destroying the entire environment around them would be really cool. Now that I draft Luke Cage though, I'm seeing someone else that could have been just as well, maybe two others that could have been just as good. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Luke Cage.
No, nice pick. I got to admit, I didn't even think of that. I say myself thinking about him going up against the likes of Winter Soldier and Thor and that lot. That would be such a badass sort of fight. That would be in that lot. That would be really nice to see. But nice pick there. Again, I didn't even think of that sort of thing. Right, I'm gonna go. This is probably a bit left field for you in that lot, but I'm taking this person straight out of the comics and thinking more of transportation and getting from one place to another pretty instant.
I don't.
And that's Cloak.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Hang on. Now I'm trying to think who the hell you were thinking of. What the hell? Right. Okay. Cloak for me. He literally, in the comics, literally gets a load of the team up and just literally takes them out and dumps them straight into New York or wherever he needs to go. But Cloak, for me, he's more the get you from one place to another pretty quickly. He's not, I wouldn't say he's a strong fighter in that lot, but he's more, you could say infiltration as well to a point in that lot, but he's one person that I'd say one point to another, A to B, come here, we'll go. Was off sort of thing. So transportation Cloak.
Okay, so now that you take him, my heart stopped for a second too. I thought you were gonna take someone that I wasn't expecting to have to take this early, but I might need to now, and that's Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
So Nightcrawler's one of my favorite X-Men characters. He's just awesome. Seeing him in X-Men 97 last week too was so cool. They
Mm.
perfected him in that episode too.
Oh yeah, massively.
So for transportation as well, obviously he can't, like encapsulate as many people as Cloak can, but Nightcrawler, he can take like, he's really fast with it too. He can take, I don't know,
Mm.
2 or 3 people here, pop them here, go here, and like just bring people all around. Obviously it would take longer than Cloak because Cloak can just, encapsulate everyone. But
Yeah.
I need Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Wolverine together because the three of them are my favorite X-Men characters. So I
Mm.
need all three of them together.
Now again, yeah, I didn't even think about Nightcrawler to be honest. Now, like, I think probably because I was thinking more Cloak for the mass transportation
Yeah,
out there, but Nightcrawler as well is a really good one just to go bang, 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 bang sort of thing. And especially if you're fighting him as well, it'd be more difficult to fight
yeah,
because you try and shoot him, he's going to be behind you already out line. You try and shoot behind you, you could hit with your teammates. That's a really nice,
yeah.
good thing to get around that sort of thing out there. So right, so my next one. This is more scouting and infiltration for this sort of character lot, and I'm going to go Quicksilver.
Oh, okay.
So if I need him to check an area, see if there's any booby traps or if there's a enemy force somewhere, and I was thinking, get Quicksilver, just whiz him around. There's no, it's very hard for them to stop him unless they've got a pretty decent booby trap to capture him, sort of thing. Um, and if you need to like infiltrate somewhere, again, he can literally just bomb straight down there and that lot, hide pretty much, look at it after the area, and then come back with some intel and explain like, what there was here, what there was there, who's there, and stuff like that sort of thing. And again, for in a fight, he could probably like, do himself pretty well, sort of thing, because it's hard for him to fight against that. Like you're going to try and swing or shoot a punch, and he's already behind you again. So that's my sort of thinking of
Yeah, that
Quicksilver.
makes sense. I was considering adding him, but I think there are other people that stand out more to me than he does. Obviously, he would be a huge plus because he's
Okay.
really fast. He can just dodge anything that someone's throwing at him. The only thing for me though is Professor X can freeze him and everyone um, can just go
Yeah,
after him. So
yeah.
that's an advantage on my part. But um,
Mm.
the next one I'm gonna have to go for is probably uh, probably Doctor Strange. Uh,
Okay.
Obviously,
Okay.
one of the most powerful Marvel characters, like access to magic. He can make portals, energy blasts, all that. All the different spells he can cast on people too could do some serious damage. I think having him and Storm together would be a really unique pairing too.
Yeah.
Because if Storm wants to, like throw a lightning bolt somewhere, but they're too far away, Strange can open a portal and he throws the lightning bolt through there and it pops out another side and it's like already, much further away. Um, and then, like, I don't know if Colossus is throwing Wolverine around and he needs to get to a closer place, opens a portal, Wolverine flies through there, all that. I think he could be really important for just accessibility for the different people to
Yeah.
reach, a much larger like area of attack. So I think he would be a really cool character to have.
It's very nice. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I've got somebody from our last either or. I've got somebody else now, or sort of thing. I didn't actually have him as my either or on this, but thinking about it, it probably would have made sense if I did. But there's a nice pick there. It's very again. You could probably use him for transportation
Sure.
as well. Like that. If you need to get some pretty quick, open a portal and he's gone, sort of thing. That my either or, well, my last either or for this my list anyway, which obviously I've got more people than I thought about. Um, I'm using her as more power and shock value sort of thing. That's Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
I just think having a it'd be a good one to counteract Doctor Strange as well, which I didn't think of. But having her as just how powerful she is now, like she can, like I say, just alter reality in some places. her hex powers and the persona of Scarlet Witch is just nearly unstoppable with some things she can do in her life. She's very emotionally unstable, which
Yeah.
is probably a downside to it, sort of thing. But having her, you'd rather have her on your team than fight against her. So that was my thinking for there. Sort
Yeah.
of thing.
I was gonna go for her at some point too, but um, I'm fine with you taking her. I think I've got some other ideas that can counter her. Um, but yeah, obviously really powerful character, can do a ton of damage. Um, Damage to like my team and maybe your team as well if she goes out of control.
Yeah,
Um, but she's like someone that you definitely want on a team like this because the things she can do is unbelievable. Um,
exactly.
for me, my next one, just to get them out of the way from you, is Jean Grey. I think having Jean Grey and Professor X together, two really powerful telepaths, can do a lot there. Um, and you need Jean and Cyclops together because, you
Yeah,
know, Cyclops is going to have that kind of mental, you know, he's not going to be in the same frame of mind if Jean's on the other side and he's, you know, fighting against her. He's not going to be like, he's going to be like, I'm tearing my family apart at this point. So I think the two of them need to be together in order for Cyclops to be the strong leader, like have a focused mindset. But again, really powerful character. Having her with everyone else on this team, I think would work really well.
yeah, very nice pick there again. Somebody that it'd probably be better to have on your side than against, sort of thing. Especially if she got hold of the Phoenix Force as well. Now,
Oh,
like, you'd
yeah,
just be
definitely.
knackered, sort of thing. So it's a really nice pick there. And like, again, the one I didn't even think about, to be honest. Now I'm sort of going a bit off script because I'm out of my ideas on my notes now. Like, so let's have a think. I might. I've got this thing for infiltration, and I really like just sneaking into places and that sort of thing. So I'm going to go for Black Widow.
Okay.
I just think again, she's somebody that could probably infiltrate really well. She knows a bunch of different languages and that lot. She's very good with guns. She probably worked pretty well with Winter
Yeah,
Soldier, I think, as
definitely.
well. Having both of them teaming up as an infiltration sort of thing. If they needed to take people out, they can definitely take people out. And yeah, my sneaky side is coming out. I mean, I quite like them two together.
Yeah, those are good characters to have because obviously, if plans are being made outside of, you know, like these teams fighting each other, then the two of them can, you know, get some serious information to help your team. So I think that would work really well and awesome character too. Um, I'm kind of torn between two or three characters right now. I'm gonna take Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
So, obviously, really powerful character as well. Him and Storm together too. If they
Took the words out of my mouth.
if they are a couple in this, then that kind of helps. Much like Professor X maybe calling the entire Shi'ar Empire, Black Panther can have his entire Wakandan army help out. And he's a strong leader too. I think he's a good person to have to kind of help Cyclops in the leadership role. If Cyclops does go out of control, I think Black Panther could be a good, you know, substitute leader for the team. And yeah, just a really, you know, he can sneak around too. Very like silent, stealthy, but he's really powerful too.
Yeah, that's a nice pick there, to be honest. Again, somebody I didn't even think about because you'd have that sheer force behind him just to steamroll places, pretty
Yeah.
much that, or some things. Um, Now there's three I'm looking at, but I don't know which one to pick of them first.
Are we doing good on time too? Or are we gonna have to fly by
No,
through?
I'm have a look. I'm all good for the. I think for the time being. Let me see. Yeah, I've got another half hour, and I'm
Okay.
all good. Well, 40 minutes at a push. I can to before I get smelly. Um, right. I'm sticking to my sneaky side and infiltrating and like taking people out without even noticing. I'm going Mystique.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
I just think her just shape shifting to loads of different people, just even mimicking like some of your team and all that sort of things. You can mimic Cyclops, mimic like Wolverine and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Get into the heart of people like that, and then just on a sixpence, you're not even noticing her. Black Widow and Winter Soldier, them three sneaking into some places. Such a bleeding nice, sneaky little team, and yeah, just infiltration side. I'm quite happy with them three. I think she'd really mess some people up. I'll to be honest.
Yeah, I was thinking of taking her earlier, but I didn't think you would go for her. So I've kind of missed out on the infiltrator side of my team, but um, that's okay. I'll find a way to counter that. Yeah, really cool character though. Um, I need like a powerhouse, but there's one that I'm looking at, but there's someone on your team that can, like, we've seen it happen, that can really, like, powerful, but then can be switched on a dime.
Okay.
Um, I'll do it anyway. Black Bolt.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking somebody else, but okay, that's nice.
So obviously the Scarlet Witch in the movie, the what mouth thing, and then he's dead. That could easily happen here, but if they weren't, together on the battlefield and Black Bolt's off here, Scarlet Witch is off here, Black Bolt can still annihilate so many people just with the power he has. Really powerful character. You can't really get a lot out of him. Obviously, he's a leader, but he can't communicate with everyone else, so that would be a setback. But for pure power, I think he's a good one to have.
Yeah, I can totally understand that sort of thing. And he could call the Inhumans as well, and that sort of thing. He had the whole army of the Inhumans with him, and a lot. Again, you on mass force, your guys could have a bleeding world of army just coming down on me, sort of thing. There's not really people I can call upon, really.
Yeah.
The two others, but you're going to pick one of them. That's the thing. Oh. Right, just for the uncontrollable just beast in powerhouse, he is sort of thing. I'm going to Hulk.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
just with how it's like, it takes a lot for him to be put down. He just literally could just run through and bulldoze anybody and anything. I think he'd be a good one to go up against. Probably Black Bolt and Colossus, maybe Luke Cage as well. And that lot to
and Wolverine.
Really have that good. Yeah, Wolverine. Yeah. He's pretty well in the comics. He's been torn apart. That lot. So yeah, so that'll be quite good in that lot. But yeah, just sheer power, sheer just wrecking ball sort of nature. I gotta go Hulk out.
Yeah, obviously super powerful character. I could see him and Deadpool having a thing where Deadpool's he's trying to be like Wolverine, and he's like, "Hey, pick me up and
throw me,
throw me. I want to be like him. Throw me." And Hulk, like, he doesn't listen to him, and then Deadpool's like, "Oh, come on, man."
It'll just probably just throw him and just launch him like that. So there's a ragdoll or something like that.
Yeah, like obviously a really strong character you want to have on your team. I've got a lot of powerhouses, but I think the last one that could put up a fight with him is the Thing.
Yeah, I was seeing that coming.
Having the Thing, Luke Cage, and Colossus on the same team, that's a lot of damage right there.
Massive.
That's a lot of bulletproof people too. So,
yeah.
Any kind of attempt from the Punisher or Winter Soldier or Black Widow, maybe even Mystique, and Deadpool, it's not going to go well for them, especially if they're charging at them.
Yeah,
Um, they're going to
yeah,
get run over. So I think the Thing is a really strong character to have.
yeah. I can't blame you on that one. It's just if they all stood side by side, now that's just one brick wall. I'm not
Yeah.
getting through at all. That lot. So right, I'll pick my last three of that section I was thinking of. So my last one out of there, which she could probably call upon some people to help me out, is Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Because again, power wise, she's just got an absolute ton of power in that lot. If she needed to cause the well, in the films, it's the Skrulls she calls upon to help out and stuff like that, isn't it? So in the comics, it's the Krees, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she could call upon them to come and help us out in that lot. She's just powerful. Like, she could be the leader as well as Captain America in that lot. She could have that leaders' council at the top. But yeah, just for sheer power and sheer numbers she could call in, I'll go with Captain Marvel.
Definitely. Yeah, I was thinking of getting her earlier too. But I think what I've got so far, I think, works without her. So I was fine with letting her go. Um, the next one I'm going to have to go with is probably Gambit. So Gambit's another Omega level mutant. We've seen what he can do in X-Men 97, obviously. But like the energy kind of, I don't know what you call it really, but he can turn anything into an explosive basically and throw it at you.
Kinetic,
Something like that,
kinetic
yeah.
energy?
He's a really like good fighter too, like skilled combatant. So I think having him on the team with someone like, I don't know, maybe a Black Panther and Cyclops together, like where they're really good at like hand-to-hand combat, I think that would work really well together.
Yeah, no, good pick there. And like again, just having them Omega level threats, yeah, I'd really have to shut them down quick because if I don't, then I'm just going to get overrun and just knackered sort of thing. Right, I need to have another think and rejig. Right, somebody that would work well again with other characters in that lot, and I'm gonna have as like a bit of a sniper in that lot as a Hawkeye.
Okay.
I think from a distance, if they line up from a distance now, like he can hide away, probably similar to Winter Soldiers, won't I? If they were in the bushes and just taking people out that lot, I'd have Hawkeye as a long range sort of threat, as well as infiltration and stuff like that. So I think he'd work well with Black Widow. Them two work well together as a team, and infiltrate places like that sort of thing. So he can do a bit of both. The only point where I think he'd knacker up for me is more close quarter fighting that lot. I don't think he'd handle himself well against your guys close quarters that lot. But from a distance and sneaky wise, I think he'd be alright.
Yeah, good pick. He was one that I would have taken much later.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a good one to have with the other people you've got. For some smarts on my team, because I have smart people, but it's not like you've got beasts, so that's a really smart one to have. I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I've almost got the complete Fantastic Four too, so having him is obviously a huge deal. Like, he says he's the smartest person in the world. So having him be able to, maybe strategize on their attack and kind of form them together would be a huge, huge plus for me. And he can manipulate his body into a shield or something to help with, any kind of attack from like Thor or the Hulk, maybe even Captain Marvel. So I think he would be a really cool character to have.
Nice pick there, to be honest. Now, like he was one I was thinking about going and grabbing, sort of thing, because I think with the other person I'm going to pick, they'd work well, but he'd work well with the Beast as well, sort of thing. So the one I'm going to work with and get, which I think would work well with the Beast, is Iron Man. again, smarts wise, he's somebody that can just create something from anything. Uses uh, nanotechnology for his suit, so if needs be, he probably can make a suit for bloody everybody on my team and that sort of thing. And he'd always have counter plans. Like he had the counter plan for Hulk, so I'm sure he'd be able to have a counter plan for
Oh yeah, for sure.
per people on your side. Probably be have something similar to Magneto's helmet to stop Jean Grey and
That's true.
Professor X. Have that sort of technology and that lot. So yeah, smarts. Just to boost my smarts up a bit with Beast, hello Iron Man.
Yeah, it's interesting having Iron Man and Captain America on the same team too.
This is what originally my notes. I didn't have anywhere near it and that lot, but thinking now with more how many people there is, I had to go for him. I couldn't leave him there.
Yeah, he would have been like a good one to have on my team just to counter Hulk, maybe even Captain Marvel. But someone kind of like Iron Man, but not really. War Machine. So
Okay, yeah,
obviously
yeah.
he has a suit of armor like Iron Man. He maybe it's not nanotechnology the same way Tony has, but he does have some powerful weapons on him. Obviously, he's got
Yeah.
like the rocket launcher. He's got like a minigun on his shoulder, and he's got the repulsor rays. I think he could put up a good fight. Um, so yeah, I think he's a good force to have on my team as well.
Yeah, no, good pick there. And I was thinking more of him as a not as a powerhouse, but somebody similar to like the Punisher
Yeah,
and stuff like that. It was just literally just guns a blazing sort of thing. I wouldn't stick on my smarts because I think they'd work well together, and they have worked well together in the past in the comics and whatnot. It's Hank Pym. Again, using the Pym particles just to shrink anything down. Like you need to shrink the bleeding team down. You need to shrink the team down that lot. You could use him as his giant man sort of persona, just to wreak havoc like that sort of thing. And I think having Beast, Iron Man, and Hank Pym together as well, there's a lot of brains there that if something needs to be done technology wise, or again trap wise, or counteracting wise, I think them three putting their heads together really
yeah,
work really well.
definitely. You've got a lot of really strong, like smart people. So my team might lack that way, but um, yeah, I think really all like the really smart ones are off the board now. Not to say all these other ones are stupid, but
Yeah.
um, okay, here's another powerhouse, Silver Surfer.
Oh crap! I didn't even bleed notice he was there. Oh
So
sugar!
obviously, power
Damn.
cosmic can do a ton of things with that. He could maybe counter Quicksilver too because he's really fast
Yeah,
as well. So definitely having him would be a huge plus.
I'm a bit gutted now. I didn't even bleed see him. Didn't even. I need to check these bleeding a bit more carefully now. Crap.
There's still a lot of really powerful ones on the board.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Might surprise you that I haven't taken one in particular as well.
oh yeah. I'm looking at him, and I'm surprised he's still there. To be honest, that lot, but I don't. There's not one I'll pick just yet. But there's another three I'm looking at, and will you pick them yet? That's the thing. Right, four. Call him a powerhouse, but then he can. Yeah, yeah. So I'm going for powerhousey sort of type, but can also, again, similar to can infiltrate probably sort of thing, but be very hard to stop. And that's Vision.
Oh,
I think with him phasing through things, he's got that. So the Mind Stone that just to blast just people apart that lot. Even if you're trying to attack him or something like, just
yeah.
phase through you, shooting him, punching him, anything that lot. Even trying to grab him, you just fall through him in that lot. And yeah, I think he'd work well as well with some of mine that lot. So yeah,
Yeah,
Vision.
really good pick. I was thinking of getting him earlier too, but yeah, he's a good one to have. The next one for me I'm kind of torn between a couple. I'm gonna have to go with Rogue.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. I didn't think
obviously
of
she
that.
can take other people's powers. That might help me in some way. But I'm trying to think what could counter her. I know Captain Marvel and Rogue have had a thing in the past.
Hmm. Well, she absorbed Captain Marvel's powers, didn't she? That's how she
Yeah.
can fly and that sort of thing.
That's true. I don't have a lot of people that can fly, so Rogue would be another good one to have there. Um, yeah, just I think power absorption, really powerful character. We've seen in X-Men '97. Um, so yeah, I think she'd be a really cool one to have.
Yeah, I can't phase you on that one sort of thing, mate. Right, this out of them three, I've picked one. You've not took the other two, so I'm gonna have to go. He's power, but again, he'd probably go back and forward just to change the outcome of something. So I'm going Cable.
Okay.
I think with him, with his time travel sort of thing, that like he can, even if your team does win, he could go to the future, see that, and then come back and know, right, such and such happens. We need to make a plan for this sort of scenario, and then counteract it like that sort of thing. But again, the weapons he's got as well in that lot, it's just so bleeding good in that lot. So yeah, Cable. I'm quite happy with that one.
So to counter Cable, I'm going Bishop.
Yeah, that's the other one I had in my head as well.
So obviously time travel as well, but he also has really good weapons, and he can absorb all that like power he's taking and like project it onto something else. We've seen it in X-Men '97. I think that's awesome. So if he's taking all these hits from I don't know, like Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, maybe even Iron Man, he can like just absorb all that and then just push it all on them. So he's really powerful. Maybe I'm not sure. Like him and Cable could have their own like mini battle just in the time travel aspect, and try to reset things for their team. So yeah, I think Bishop's a really cool one to have.
Can't believe it. That was like a nice pick there, to be honest. That lot. Right, I'm really struggling now because I don't know who'd benefit the most. I don't know. I don't know. I need to reassess again.
Still good on time. Okay.
Yeah, we're good to go another 20 minutes. Might have to make this a part one and part
Or we
two.
just fly through it.
But
Too.
yeah, right. I'm gonna go for.
Wasp, okay.
Yeah, more infiltration. Again, can work well with Hank just to shrink down. It's probably Black Widow as well, just to shrink down, sneak into places, know where things are, and then come back and relay stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going.
She could be really annoying too. Like she's so fast, and then she just stings people. So like she could cause a lot of issues for the Thing and Luke Cage just by stinging them constantly. Like I could see them kind of
not even know what the hell's going off, sort of thing.
Next, I'm gonna just have to take him, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Obviously, favorite Marvel character. I think him and Nightcrawler could work really well together too. Kind of like Nightcrawler can teleport, Spider-Man can swing up, and Nightcrawler can like help him, get height on his swinging. Because obviously, like I'm imagining like an open battlefield, no buildings or anything.
Yeah.
So he couldn't really attach his webs to anything. But if Nightcrawler's up there teleporting, he can like hold his webs and throw him. And yeah, just a really powerful character too.
Yeah, I can't blame you on that one. But is that Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going for Ghost Rider now. Like again, power, just havoc really in that lot. It's just somebody that just cause a lot of damage in that lot, and just probably a big distraction as well, sort of thing. So it's probably take a lot for him to get him down. Like, so I'm going Ghost Rider there. Like, just sheer out brute force again.
Yeah, really powerful character. I'm gonna have to take Drax next.
Oh, okay.
So obviously really powerful. He's really good with weapons too. So I think having him on my team, like he could go head to head with the Winter Soldier in a really cool fight too.
Oh yeah. Nice picking out. Like, again, just sheer, just nuts
Yeah.
power and take like people down like that sort of thing. I'm gonna go because I think it'd be probably a bit of a heartbreaking one now from fighting against each other. Now I'm going Groot.
I was thinking like right after I took Drax, like having Groot with Rocket would be a good idea. But yeah.
Again, just having him as like just a powerhouse. You can just take people out something, but also he can just grow just to shield people and stuff like that sort of thing. I don't know whether you class him as a healer as well, sort of thing, but you could have them. I don't know, protective sort of like something. But yeah, Groot was there.
Yeah, nice pick. I'm not sure if you will go for this one, but just in case, I'm gonna take X-23.
Oh.
Having her and Wolverine together, unstoppable combination. And yeah, just another like really like skilled combatant. She's really fast. I can't remember if she does have the healing factor or not, but oh no, she does, right? Because you see it in the movie.
Does, yeah, I think she does. Yeah.
So yeah, the two of them together cause some serious damage.
Yeah, I can't blame you on that one sort of thing. I was thinking about getting soonish, but I weren't too sure if you'd pick her or not because obviously you had Wolverine anyway that lot. I'm going to go for some more flyers for myself in that lot, and I've got to go for Falcon. Just for that, just not leadership sort of type, but just for that aerial advantage, just looking down and seeing like it can coordinate with the others, like groups there, sending people off and that lot sort of thing. And again, weapons. He's got Red Wing as well as a long range sort of scouting sort of network. So yeah, Falcon.
Yeah, I didn't even think of Red Wing too. Next, I'm gonna have to probably take Iron Fist.
Oh, that's totally spread that.
You have him and Luke Cage together, and he's he's a master in every kind of martial arts as well.
Yeah.
So having him as another skilled hand-to-hand combatant would be a really huge plus for me. Going head-to-head with Daredevil and Captain America, that would be a good, really good fight.
Yeah, again, didn't even think of him. He's really good combatant sort of thing. Probably a good one on the front line.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for another flyer and probably work well with Falcon as Angel.
Yeah.
Just getting the people in the air, recon. Depending if you have his Norman Angel or Archangel, you can have the metal wings, just throw the metal spikes down that lot. But yeah, more aerial, more recon. So them two, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna have to take Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Another flyer, but she's also really powerful. Her and Luke Cage together, again, serious damage. I'm putting all the couples together too, so that might help. But yeah, really powerful character.
Yeah, no, I can't blame you on that sort of thing. But if we're gonna put couples together, there've been a couple in the past. So I'm going to Elektra.
Okay.
Again, she can call on if we needed like more muscle. Like she can call on the hand. She'll work well with Daredevil. That love-hate relationship with themselves, that lot, and just somebody that's just probably a good one to go up against Iron Fist as well. And really good, skilled, like martial artist as well as with her katanas, that lot. It's a really good fighter, that lot.
Yeah, I'm just I see Vision. I'm gonna have to take Kitty Pryde to kind of counter him.
I was waiting for that.
So Kitty Pryde obviously can phase through things too. She's kind of like a beginner. Like she's not like a huge like combatant, but she can definitely help others phase through things too. Like she can touch them and they can go through things. So I think having her would be a cool character to have. Yeah,
so it's very nice one to go up against Vision, which is really nice. That a lot. I'm going to have not really a couple, but they'd work well together, I think, in that lot, and like help each other out. Sort of thing. I'm going to go Valkyrie.
Okay.
her and Thor, just sheer brute outlaw, just going in, charging into battle. We could probably raise their morale as well. Outlaw, they're not probably fearless characters. They'll just charge basically outlaw. So yeah, them two. I just had vision of them flying in together outlaw and just yeah, all for one and one for all sort of thing.
Definitely a really strong fighter you want. I have to take the Human Torch. Obviously, he can set almost every one of these people on fire and damage them permanently. Like, he can burn Angel's wings. He can burn Falcon's wings.
Yeah.
He can, just set Hawkeye on fire because he can't do anything about that. Maybe even Groot, too, because Groot's made out of wood, so Groot would just be set on fire. Really powerful.
Yeah.
He can fly as well, so that would be a huge advantage for me.
Yeah, well, to counteract that, I've got to go for Iceman.
Like, as soon as I took... if I took Iceman, you would have taken Human Torch, too, so...
Yeah. Again, it's just... Not a leader sort of type, but he's got that sort of good charisma and that lot. Again, he'd be able to counteract the Human Torch and that lot. And again, defensive-wise as well in that lot. Just put a massive ice bleeding... Great Wall of the North, ice wall sort of in front of people, and I like be able to protect him a lot as well and he's got a decent enough power to hurl things at people and easy escape as well, that sort of thing, and probably distraction. You freeze the floor, we're all falling on our arse and have a bit of a comedy moment out there. So
yeah, this one might surprise you, but I'm gonna take Banshee.
Oh, okay.
So because he uses his like sonic scream to fly, I think having that just alone would like kind of cause like some kind of annoyance to everyone. Like, they have this constant scream and they're gonna have to like cover their ears because it's like deafening almost. So I think having him would be a really powerful character to have too.
Yeah, I'll take that sort of thing. If I'm thinking of the correct character that's probably similar powers to it, I'll go Havoc.
Okay.
Because he's the one that can do that big massive boom out of his chest into that lot. Yeah, which similar sort of powers to Banshee as well, isn't it? Sort of
in
thing.
A way,
yeah. He's not one that I really much particularly like, to be honest. There's not really one I'm like, he's an okay character, but yeah, just thinking on the lines of just if he's going to throw something like that, we'll throw something back at him, sort of thing. So, yeah.
Having him and Cyclops against each other too would be interesting because they're brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go with Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Another, like, he could be a leader as well, but he's also got access to tons of weapons, too. He can fly as well, so I think having him and Rocket together, like, there's obviously going to be some kind of differences between them. But I think in the end they'd work well together, and him with, all the other people on this team.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good one. I'd say technology-wise as well. He's not the cleverest, but he can put things together in a way. I'm going to go all out as Guardian Outlaw, so I've got to go Lady Sif. Just having her, Valkyrie, Thor, just they could bring, again, I totally forgot, but just bring all the Asgard with you, sort of thing, all the different gods and that lot, and just charging. All they're missing is Odin. That's all they're missing. We can just charge him with the all that lot. But again, very good, strong fighter and that lot. They got leadership and charisma and that lot, just to rally people behind them and just let's go guns blazing and going in.
Definitely, really strong fighter with the sword too. She can cause a lot of damage. I'm gonna have to take Medusa. So she can use her hair to kind of like, grab anything around her. Having her and Black Bolt together too is another plus. So I think she'd be a really powerful character as well.
Yeah, I was thinking when them two are going to join forces again, I was looking at her to not counteract Black Bolt, but have him put doubt in him, sort of thing, to go up against each other and that lot. Myself, I'm going to go back down to the ground, a more gritty, just kill him, his Blade. No, I'm thinking with having him, Daredevil, Elektra, just probably Ghost Rider as well, now having that sort of Midnight Sunsy sort of feel to it. Just Ghost Rider, just go out there, take them down and just don't hold back. Just kill and kill.
Yeah, definitely. Like a really, really strong, like assassin type character too. Since you've got Hank Pym and Wasp, I'm gonna have to take Ant-Man, and this would be Scott Lang, I assume.
Yeah.
So obviously he can only go small, so that would be his kind of disadvantage. Where Hank can go both. But I think he can still cause a lot of damage. He can call in all of his ants too, so that can help. The two of them could even have an ant war too. Like you have Hank who can call the ants, and then Ant-Man can call the ants, and all that happening.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. It's quite a good little thing that is, actually. I didn't even think of that. Right, I'm gonna go. Do I go down or do I go up? Let's go up. I'm gonna go for Gamora.
Okay.
Just having her, I think, even though she's only got Groot to rely on that lot to go up against the other Guardians that you've got on your side, I think it'd be quite nice. You've already seen it sort of thing in the films where she's going up against Star-Lord and that lot. So I think it'd be quite a nice sort of dynamic to go up against each other and that lot. And again, she's just can fight really well. Weapons and stuff she can have is really good in that art, and yeah, it's a really good fight. I quite like.
Yeah, really good pick. I'm gonna have to take Warpath. So really strong fighter. I think he's an underrated X-Men character too. So yeah, definitely someone you want along with people like Iron Fist and Drax, and maybe even Wolverine too.
Yeah, no, I can understand that sort of thing. So, because you didn't go for my down character, I'm going to go for Misty Knight.
Okay.
And just having her, another one that's like very recon-y and just like can plan things out, sort of thing. Like what's the group she's called?
Oh, is it? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Is it something of the Dragon or something like that?
No. Heroes for Hire.
Oh, okay.
That's so she's like does that with Luke Cage and that lot sort of thing. So she'll like send like not low level heroes, but like grounded heroes out to help people. And I could see her working well with like your Captain America and Captain Marvel, and having her as like a war plan manager sort of thing, and just they can go to there and help out that group, and very organisation sort of person. I don't think she's very good fighting forward wise, but she'd be quite a good like in the background sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to take Dagger because you've got Cloak, so I think having them like kind of opposite each other would be cool. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely familiar with what she does.
No, I'm gonna say exactly the same, to be honest.
But I have heard that she is like a force in some things, so
okay.
I'll take her because you're gonna have to admit, like the last pick, it's kind of like you can't do a lot with that.
Nah.
So I guess Mantis goes to you.
Yeah, Mantis goes to me now. I don't. There's not really much I can think of her doing, unless she can. I don't know. Go with. I don't know, one of the infiltrators and mind control somebody like that sort of thing. But it's like picking that last kid in the football team and that. Like, I don't know. It's not something I'm like I can really defend her with. To be honest, bless her and that. Like, she's a good character. She's good in the films that lot, but it's not somebody I'm like, yeah, you're my first pick.
Yeah, like all she can do is kind of control their emotions. Like you can do something with that, but it's not like you have to be like right up at them. And by the time you do that, you're going to be like thrown back.
Yeah, probably. Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the draft.
That's the teams I like. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm confident or not. Sort of thing. I think I'm more confident, intelligent wise, and infiltrating sort of wise. I think that's the only way. I think I could take you lot down. It's just by sneaking up and being deceptive and really cunning, like that sort of thing. I think you've got if it was on an open battlefield and the two sides were charging up each other, I think you've got that hands down that lot. But sneaky side, I think I might do it.
Yeah, definitely. And we can, like, I'll definitely screenshot this and we can post it to see what everyone
Yeah,
else thinks who would win. But
definitely.
yeah, this would be a really good fight. Just like imagining what you can do with all these people. Would definitely, like, it might even come to a stalemate too.
Yeah, I could easily see that, to be honest. That lot. It's like I can just see like you lot bulldozing us into one point, Cloak getting my team up, running away, and then having my infiltrators just come and sneak around and try and deceptively take them down that way, sort of thing. But yeah, there's not much in it between them, sort of thing. That lot, apart from like your mantises and daggers, that lot. I don't think there's much else I could do. But yeah, that's.
I'm also thinking because you've got Scarlet Witch and I've got Professor X, Jean Grey, Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt. Those are obviously all very powerful people, but Scarlet Witch can, like, you've seen it in the movie, she can make nothing out of them.
You see in the comics as well. Like, she just had to, when she was in an emotional wreck, she just had to say no more mutants.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah,
literally put them all in dormant sort of things. That lot. So she'd probably have to stop your mutiny sort of sides like that. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's proper touch and go now. There's a lot of like fights and matchups you could have that's gonna get either way. Like you said with the Cable and Bishop one.
Yeah,
that'd be a time tussle and a half. That would be an outlaw. That'd be really nice to see.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. I definitely let us know in the comments that lot if you're still watching, or if you're watching later on when the videos go up on the channel and a lot. Please definitely let us know who do you think that lot would win in any sort of tussle in this sort of thing, because I really enjoyed that, and I really don't know. I really won't be able to tell you.
I think it's
in the slightest.
It's up to the people to decide.
Yeah, definitely. I'll hand over to the wonderful viewers we've got on Thwip Media, Marvel Mad. I'll let you lot decide who would come out on top and that sort of thing. But yes, I'd just like to say thank you very much, Nate. Let's get that out of the way now. I'll be back into the middle. Yeah, thank you very much for that. That was really interesting. A really good Titanic tussle, I gotta admit.
Yeah, some really good characters there that kind of put against each other, but that was fun.
Yeah, definitely a lot. Again, we'll be back next week. I'm not too sure. We'll have a discussion what we're going to do in that lot, so I'm not too sure what we got out. But yes, come back next week for another Project Assemble on Thwip Media as well as Marvel Mad. And everybody have a good day. I'd like to say thank you very much, and see you soon.